so much is going on. But here's an example of Talking Points memo, far from a leftist site, and being sarcastic. And then you've got all these others saying, new lawsuit reveals challenges of taking fake news peddlers to court. And then it goes on to say that Brennan Gilmore, this individual from the State Department, that's saying that we say he killed a woman, according to the article. They go on to say Jones says crisis actors staged the attack and that nothing actually happened in Florida. Never said that. There's no clip. There's no video. They just say it. Then it goes in a complaint put together by lawyers for Georgetown Law School's Civil Rights Center, which now is anti-free speech. In federal court Tuesday, Gilmore claims false stories, saying it was part of a deep state plot to undermine the Trump administration by staging the murder of anti-racist activist Heather Heyer. Led to threats to his personal safety and caused potential damage to his career. So where's the link here? It's funny. In journalism, when we say Bill Clinton settled a rape case, or the Pope says communism's good, or whatever it is, we link to it. Where is it? Well, it's not there. So that's how dumb they think you are when they sue Jim Hoft and Ellen West, myself, Lee Stranahan, who's on with us right now. So let's get into facts. He also says that we say he's CIA. We were talking in general about Soros and the funding of all this and State Department connections to that, but then it turns out you've got the organization, the group, you've done the research. The company he's an executive at reportedly brags of carrying out CIA contracts. So, Lee Stranahan, let's teach them how journalism works right now. Let's go through it.
You got it. So, and let me do something a little even more fundamental before we get to that, Alex. Real simple point. This lawsuit claims that due to a report, for instance, that I did on InfoWars on August 15th, that's an important date, that he was subject to threats. But in fact, in interviews that he gave with Judy Woodruff and in an article he wrote on Politico, he admitted that his own sister told him he was under threat on August 13th. So in other words, the threats had nothing to do with anything I said on InfoWars. Threats were happening 2 days earlier, according to the guy.
If you even believe it, he's a public figure. Obviously, the whole thing's a joke.
So this is how it rolls. But let's talk about the connections, because as you point out, there's two things they don't want. They're very upset in this suit that we tried to, they say, connect him as a CIA agent or as a Soros puppet or something like that, neither of which were said. And about the about saying that he was responsible for Heather Heyer being killed, let me say emphatically, not only did I not say it, I don't believe it. Do you believe that? Do you believe?
No, we're saying Soros. Well, they even cut off our headlines. They said Soros should be indicted for staging Charlottesville chaos. They cut the chaos off. We didn't say stage Charlotte. We're saying he funds Antifa. They're there. But again, here's the good news. The lawyers, I'm sure you've talked to your own, they say they've never seen such a slipshod lawsuit. So the question is, why are they filing these BS things?
Well, let me say this, too. There's another blessing in disguise here, Alex. Normally, as a journalist, I don't get to question people under oath. But I have some questions about Charlottesville. And now, because someone sued me, I'm going to get to ask that person questions under oath.
We're going to get to subpoena he's going to get to subpoena his bank records. Let's do it now. At the company he's an executive at, and the congressman he was chief of staff for, that say they're running CIA operations. That's the big bombshell. They sue us for saying they're connected to the CIA. We didn't even really say that, but now let's get into it right now.
And so let's do that. And there's no Soros connection. That's the two things they say. There's no CIA connection, no Soros connection. Okay, let's go over it. So first off, Tom Pirello, who I mentioned before, remember, Brendan Gilmore is his chief of staff. If you look into, he ran for governor this past year, didn't make it out of the primaries. His top funder was, drumroll, George Soros. That's not me saying it. That's the Washington Post reporting it. That's the FEC reports reporting that he was a major funder of Pirello's campaign. Let's start with that. Now, what you're talking about is something that I unveiled in a Periscope last night. It's that Brendan Gilmore is in a company. He's one of three executives in this company, right? And the two others, I want to focus on one in particular, Dario Marquez, okay? There's another man.
And tell folks the name of the company, because Document Cam guys, I've got the articles right here.
It's Wise, right? That's them right there. And if they scroll down a little bit there, Alex, you'll see a picture of Brennan Gilmore. There's Mr. Marquez. There's Mr. Gilmore. This is clearly the same Brennan Gilmore who's suing us, too, right? Same biography.
That's him.
Photo.
And look at the power trip right there. He's a public figure. He's out there.
That's right. Now, let's talk about Dario Marquez. Couple things. First off, Dario Marquez is a former Secret Service agent, and he formed a company called MVM. Now, MVM is a military contractor, and if you look, the Wall Street Journal wrote about MVM. Okay, now again, this is the guy that Brennan Gilmore's in business with here. He had a company, MVM. MVM was a military contractor like Blackwater. That's the way the Wall Street Journal described them. So I mean, Blackwater is the clandestine CIA. Well, and in this Wall Street Journal article, you can find where Marquez admits freely that they worked for the NSA and the CIA. Okay, so
boom. Our boy is one of the top 3 executives of the company that's in the Wall Street Journal saying they carry out CIA contracts. And we're not mean pencil pushing here. We mean military contractor.
Military contractor like Blackwater. That's the way they're defined. So let's just stop for a second and talk about.
We're being sued saying the guy's CIA connected. We didn't even say that. And now he's an executive in a company that brags in the Wall Street Journal. They're not just CIA. They're running muscle operations.
And for the NSA in Iraq. Yep, it's right there. Now, let's talk about Tom Pirello for a second. Tom Pirello is known as a sort of liberal on the left, okay? The reason Soros funded him is he's a guy who got the endorsement of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, right? Now, traditionally, when you think about people like Bernie Sanders, they're anti-war, right? That's the way we think of the left. I want to point out what's happened here. There's a reason Soros is funding a guy like Pirello.
Maximize your potential and take your body back with Super Male Vitality. We're breaking the conditioning and fighting back against the globalists' war on male vitality. Our ultimate non-GMO formula is sourced from powerful organic herbs that have been gathered from around the world and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. InfoWars Life wants to bring you the highest quality products. Our unique combination of ingredients is designed to assist the body in regulating proper balance and creating superior vitality in males. Support your body and mind and take yourself to the next level. Boost your vitality and energize your life. Take control of your body. Grab a bottle of Super Male Vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.